okay, so how long did it take for me to be a millionaire? I always knew I was supposed to be a millionaire. I always knew that I was supposed to have a lot because I was supposed to give a lot. And I thought, you know what? If God had put this dream in my heart to give 90% of my income away and live on 10% of my income, that obviously I had to make a lot of money because, I have 3 kids. I'm, doing it on my own. I have businesses I'm trying to run and, a lot of people to help and things like that. So I thought, gosh, my vortex has got to be bigger than a millionaire. I mean, it's got to be like a billionaire, and I think it was Les Brown that said, shoot for the stars because even if you miss, you're going to reach the moon, And I think you just think big. You just think like you already are. I mean, I had one friend one time, and I've moved so many times. I mean, Christine, I've moved 10 times like in 5 years. Like I'm always moving. I have this gypsy heart where I'm always moving around, always moving around, always moving around. And, I could never afford to hire movers except for recently. And man, that was a blessing. There's so many things that you can have that make your life easier when you have some money, And hiring movers is the big one, And because I couldn't ask my friends to move me anymore because every 6 months or every year I was getting evicted or moving on or something was happening, And so I had moved like 10 times in 5 years. And I don't even know where I was going with this thought. Where was I going with this thought? I got totally distracted. Shucks. Where was I going with this thought? This is so good.
How long did it take you to be financially independent?
Oh yeah. So I always knew, that I was supposed to be, wealthy because of all the things that I wanted to do and give and things like that. So my friend says to me, he says, "You're moving again?" He says, "You need to hire movers." And he says, I go, "I can't afford to hire movers." He goes, "Start acting rich." And it really spoke to my spirit. Oh my gosh, I need to act rich. So then I thought, gosh, okay, how do I act rich? Okay, I go to this event and it says VIP parking is $20 and regular parking is $5. So I go, okay, I'm just gonna do the VIP parking, it's $20. So I'm a VIP. And, I started to act rich in little ways. I would pull into Taco Bell, I would order my tacos, but then I would act rich and I would pay for the people behind me because I thought, okay, if I'm rich, then I can pay for somebody's tacos behind me. Certainly Taco Bell, their order can't be more than $5, And so there were little ways, that I would start to make myself act rich. And so, I just started acting rich. And then eventually I just became rich. That was it. Why do you think that's funny?
So it's like you manifest.
Yes, everything. Yes, okay. Everything that we have in life, we've created. We have to own that right now. So, if you're watching this video right now and you're going, "I hate my life right now." Okay, you've created that. So stop yourself right now and just say, everything that I have going on around me, I've created it. So you have to take responsibility that whatever you have around your life, you've created it because you're a part of it, okay? So if there's things that aren't working for you, that you just don't like, you have to take away its only power. And what is that? Attention, okay? Giving attention to that thing, right? So when you take its power away and you start actually acting and creating the things that you want and acting like you already have them, you start feeling like, I am successful, I am significant, which is even more than being successful, right? Because there are many, many millionaires. I know many millionaires. They have tons of money, but they are spiritually bankrupt. Their ethos is dark, they're lonely, they're sad, and they're very broken. So it's more than just from welfare to wealth in the sense of just having money. That is a part of it, okay? Because you can do a lot of good with money as a tool. Money is just energy and it's just a resource, right? But it's a lifestyle of being able to have joy and being able to feel significant in the way that money doesn't control you and you can sleep at night and you can know that your bills are handled and things are taken care of and your family is provided for, which gives you a certain sense of, significance and support and feeling good about yourself. So I think that, knowing that is understanding that there's so much more to wealth. There's so much more than just the money itself. There's all these other things that we can do. So manifesting something is by already accepting that you already have it, and then knowing that you take responsibility for the life that you've already created. So I have a few little tricks you want me to share with you? Okay. So I have a few little tricks that I do that I learned along the way of manifesting, my desires. The biggest one is to write everything down that you want, that you desire. Want is, I don't like to use the word want too much because it's a word that is kind of connected with lack. Because if you want it, then that means you don't have it, okay? But if you have a desire in your heart, that's different because you have a desire to have something, okay? Doesn't mean you don't have it, it just means you have a desire to manifest it, okay? So it's a much more positive kind of word. So I like to write down everything I desire. And how I choose to do that is through a vision board, okay? And there's scripture that says that if you write it down, that eventually you're gonna have it. Okay, so I like to put things in pictures because I'm very visual. So if, say I want to get a certain wedding dress or a certain wedding ring, I put it on there. So I want to travel somewhere, I want to travel to all these places. If I want an RV, I put it on there. If I want my kids to go to private education, I put what school I want them to go to, what camp I want them to go to. I put all the things on that board. If I want to experience love or harmony or joy, or, I want to be my own CEO of my business, or, have my own business, or, what kind of business is it? Maybe you want to own your own bakery. Maybe it's a dream for you to make cakes for other people because it brings them great joy at their wedding. And you want to own your own bakery. So you put, how you want your bakery to look. So what I do, the first thing I do is I always write it down, and I always make a vision board, and the vision board is always evolving because the desires in my heart are always changing, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is that I always do is I always use visualization. And when I had absolutely no money, what I would do is I'd visualize, because everyone can visualize their kitchen. Visualize your kitchen right now. You know what your kitchen looks like, right? You know where every drawer is, you know where every pan is, you know where every fork is and every spoon and every knife, right? And every glass and every plate. You know exactly when I say to you, look at your kitchen, you can visualize your kitchen just like that, and you know where everything's at in your mind. Visualize your kitchen drawers with all of them filled with cash, okay? You just visualize your kitchen, okay? And if you already have a lot of money and you have a big, huge kitchen, or some people, they live beyond their means, they have a big kitchen they can't afford. You look at visualize yourself, all your drawers filled with cash. Not with forks, not with spoons, not with spatulas, but visualize your drawers filled with cash. And you keep that right here in your mind. Your kitchen drawers filled with cash, okay? Because, we know that money changes a lot of things. I think most people are, struggling, to get money. And we're talking about business and entrepreneurship and different things like that today. So visualize that, okay? That's a big part of it. And then the third thing that I always do is I always buy something, okay? Okay, I'm going to give an example. I always get something to help me visualize what it is that I want, okay, as if I already have it. So, for instance, okay, I'm going to give you some examples. Say you want to buy a house. You want to buy your own home. Okay, I bought my first home just recently, right? As a single mom, it's a really big deal, okay? Say you want to buy a home. And let's say that you see a wreath that you like for the front door of the house, okay? But you don't have the home yet, okay? But you see this wreath that you say, gosh, when I get my home, I want to have that wreath hanging on the door of my home, but I'm not gonna buy that wreath right now because I don't have the home yet. Okay, wrong, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna buy the wreath, okay? And you're gonna hang it at your apartment, or you're gonna hang it in your room, or you're gonna hang it on your back of your bathroom door, on the front of your bathroom door, or on your door, wherever you're gonna hang it where you're gonna see it all the time, okay? Because that is your wreath that you're going to put on the front door of your new home, okay? Or this is the, doorbell I'm gonna put on my door, on my house. Or this is the mezuzah I'm gonna put on my door when I get my house. Or, you always want, I'm gonna buy the toy car, the replica of the toy actual car that I want to have. Or, you have to already believe that you're going to have it. You believe, then you receive. Okay? It's not the other way around. It's not, it's not just like, it's not just like some hope or some, just dream that's out there. It takes intentional action towards that thing that you are believing and desiring for. So it's very intentional and it's very specific. And truly, those are my probably top 3 things that I would say to do for you. Vision boards, visualization, and also to purchase something that is directly linked emotionally to the thing that which you want and desire.